Hey, it's your boy, the bored man, the fun man. Here to have some fun. Just finishing up my little project. Now, I still haven't come up with what to do when I have a bucket full of flowers. But in the meantime, there's a lot of flowers left to go through. But it was my backyard that I saw yesterday that got my feet moving. So that's what I want to do today. And it's a little bit colder today, as you can see, pretty bundled up here. Hopefully once I get moving it'll be better. But just jamming out some music, just gonna get this party rolling. You know, why not engage in some like random fun activity? You know, it's like I just kind of like want to let my mind have fun, you know, just like drift a little. So why not engage in some semi-meaningful passive activity? I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at here. It's kind of like going for a walk, you know, except now I come back with something. A bucket of flowers. All right, just gonna go back to what I was doing. I see some flowers have sprouted up in my other yards, but I'll make a temporary treaty with them and just get to work on that backyard. We're on the outskirts right now, just going perimeter first. Well, I do like to do like a sweeping motion, as you can probably see, but up here we're entering the true valley of the flower, the zone that got me out here. So let's strap up.
Hey everybody, I know this is a bit weird. You've never done this before, never heard this before, and I've never done this before. And that's the only reason I wanted to do it. There's just not enough time in between this clip and the next clip to put music in. So I don't know, in some ways this is one small step for Sam, one large step for Sam Kind. Never ever done a voiceover, and now that I see how easy it is to use, I will definitely try to use this somewhere else later down the road. Maybe it'll be cool. In fact, my brain is already getting creative ideas, but it's nearly time for me to go, so peace.
Man, there really is a lot of flowers out here. I can actually hear my inner bitch talking to me. He's saying, don't do it, don't do it. Like I said though, he's a bitch. Alright, I really made my way down here. Done most of this now. All that's left is this most dense section here, but what I actually kind of realized is there being a lot of sunflowers. I'm just gonna call them sunflowers from now on. There being a lot of sunflowers in one place only gives the illusion of hard work, because it's really more about the surface area that you have to walk to, because when they're all right next to each other, you just bam, 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 rapid fire. So just gonna strap down, and this section right here probably has more dandelions than any other section, but hey, that's why it's last, because our bucket is nearly filled up now with all of the yard. So enough deliberating, let's get on with it.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth. bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small.
The super home stretch. I will say this is a lot of fun for practicing like mobility, just crawling around here. My back does get a little sore from all this leaning over, but I estimate this should be like 20 minutes maximum for the rest of this, so let's finish strong.
Just a quick little noodle here from the future. I guess for you guys, no matter when you experience this, it's the past. But me watching this video and editing it, I just wanted to say real quick, I really appreciate the hell out of these royalty-free tracks because they're really, really good. That's all I wanted to say.
The day has finally come. The minute has finally come in which I have finished this. I don't actually know how long it took. Maybe like half an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. Which, you know, in the grand scale of things is really not a long time at all, but you put the focus in, you can do good things. All right, I do want to just walk through this yard here. Look at my bucket, nice and chunky. I don't know if, see, this is what I think is pretty cool also. I'm not sure anybody has ever held this many dandelions in one hand before. In the history of the earth, I couldn't tell you honestly. I can't promise that I'm the first either, but it's interesting to note that I might have actually been the first to do something. Probably not the first person to wage war on dandelions, but yeah, I think you know what I mean here. That's what I'm trying to say here. That's what the point of this video is, and the last one as well. It's not about like necessarily being productive. It's about charting new paths, doing something that you haven't done before, just because you haven't done it. You know, it would be super easy for me to just chill out, crack some beers, and watch TV for the rest of my day. I could do that any day, every day. And that's the point, is you gotta get out there, mix it up, because those things that you reach for will always be there, and that's why you've trained yourself to reach for it. Put that nicotine down. You don't need that. All right? Not when there's dandelions you can go picking. Looks like I really did miss some. Also, a lot of them might have been closed when I started, but opened up once the sun came out. I suppose those are the only survivors, are the ones who decided to be shy today. Lucky them. Well, clearly though, dandelions don't really give a fuck about me, and I think it's really cool. That's, I guess, the last point I want to make here about nature. We should preserve the earth as best as we can. We should be nice to it because it gives us everything, our lives, you know? But in the grand scale of things, no matter what we do, nature's scale is just so big that humans really won't matter, you know? Y'all saw me spend tons of time picking through all these fields, ripping apart every survivor I could find, and yet the very next day, back in bloom everywhere. All right, my friends. I think I'm gonna keep this bucket around. I really don't know, honestly. Like, I guess that's the last thing I have to resolve for this video. So what to do with all my flowers? I'll tell you what, I'll keep this bucket around for 1 or 2 more days. If you guys can think of something cool for me to use these dandelions for, I'll try to do that. But if not, I'll just take a dandelion shower to say it was worth it. All right, though, stay having fun, stay blooming, young dandelions. Peace.